Hoot hoot everybody! Hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl, and welcome back to my ABC challenge. Hi Plumies! See a lot of hooting. What's going on? What's going on? I see, let's see, I see Solas, Miri, Editor, Diane, Crochet. Hello everybody. And Ciel, enjoy. Solari, Tamari not on, Lapis, hello, hello. Yeah, hoot in chat, I'll get a hoot back. Hello, Nai, welcome. Yeah, so today is finally the day we will see which character I pick on the letter C. Si, senor. But first, we actually have other first orders of business today. It is, as you may know, White Day. And I'm wondering, actually it's not my day for chocolates. I should be giving you guys something back, right? On White Day. That's the classic Japanese thing, you know. I get Valentine stuff for Valentine's. Wait, did I get Valentine's Day for stuff? Did you guys give me something for Valentine's? Are you with me, Plumie? Are you here?
Hoot hoot!
Yeah, you're here for sure. Well, music is really loud. Music is I already see it. Music is really loud. Yeah. Is that better? Can you hear me okay? Blasting the music. I'm about to say, yeah, it's like full volume actually. So yeah, gosh. Goodness. Okay, this is better. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Lovely to have you all here. I have a little piece of news. Hello, Hajime. It's White Day, which also is the premiere of my new digital merch store. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, there is a new piece of merch for old fans. There's a new piece of merch for old fans and for new fans. What you can get today, what you can go and get today, I'll give you the link. Just a mo. It's gone live. You can go there and you can get a free phone wallpaper. You can get a free phone wallpaper. Some of the older Plumies that have been here last year and everything might already know it, but it's come back at least for everyone that wasn't there last year. And that one is, let's see. Here you go. Boom. It is a phone wallpaper. It's taller than this. It's taller than this. Don't worry about it. But this here, let me dress appropriately. There you go. This was published last year because when I was still part of Globy, we did a Globy Boys group collab. And this was my outfit for that song. Hello, Harrier. Hello, what did I see? Dragoon. Freya, hello, hello. So, the phone wallpaper you can get for free. It's set as a pay what you want. You can pay €0 for it and download it. And yeah, there you go. You got a free phone wallpaper for White Day. Me with a white rose, giving you, I can already show you the deal. Here you go. See, it's quite tall in case you have a longer phone. But this is the phone wallpaper that you can get for free. Now, that is old news for older Plumies. So the new news is a little something I got right here. This is a new voice pack that I've made, that I've done or put together. A little bit based off of your inputs from, you know, what kind of voice pack would you like to see done. Good morning indeed. Good morning voice pack. This one is €5.95. It's digital. You can download it once you have it. It has 3 tracks. It has 3 tracks. For those that haven't seen a voice pack before, you could check out my Halloween one with like featuring evil amongst my published videos. But yeah, Hoot morning, a nice sunny morning in my nice silky morning robe. So this is indeed a morning voice pack. It doesn't have a lot of ambient sounds. Right? Because it is meant to double as a wake-up signal, like a wake-up alarm sound for you. It has 3 tracks. It comes with 3 tracks. One is for a soft awakening, where you wake up next to me, and you get morning voice Vil on the first one. For a nice soft one, just kind of, taking your time and waking up and then kind of going on, like, taking on the day. The banner's so unknowingly well placed. Exactly. I mean, I wonder who did that. The second track is for a little more hurried morning. That is what the picture depicts. The picture depicts for the second track where I come back. I've gotten ready. I'll let you sleep in a little bit longer. But now it's time to wake up because you don't want to miss the special thing that you had going on that day. So that is the second one. Gentle but a little hurried. Bonus track 3 is me. Yeah, if you would like somewhat of a spiteful awakening, if you are someone that is fueled by spite, then you might want to use my track to get up in the morning. It's very efficient, I assure you. So yeah, bonus track one with evil as well. So you get a gentle, soft awakening, somewhat hurried where I come wake you up, and then there's another one where evil is just spitefully. It's a diss track. That is a diss track. So yeah, you can get it. Boomy will tell you right here.
Vil has merch now. Check out the newest voice pack on the Alchemist store.
That is going on my VGen, in the store on VGen. So you will buy and download through there. If you have an account, I would suggest making an account, because then you will have it tied to you. You will have it tied to your account as well. You can download it, and if anything gets updated, you can go back and download it again. Yeah, the free voice pack is there too. The free pack is there for the wallpaper, not voice pack, sorry. The free wallpaper is there as well for you to download. You can just fill in €0, or if you want to give something, you can just fill that in too. But it's at give what you want, so you can just download it for free. And the Hoot Morning voice pack with wallpaper, I did illustrate the picture. This was made by me, and it expands top down and to the sides a little bit. But it's made a little bit wider than just the other elongated one to be a tablet wallpaper as well. Thank you. I've been practicing in drawing my likeness. Thank you. So it's got a couple of details that you might enjoy. I figured in the morning I wouldn't have my earrings in. I would not someone that sleeps with my earrings in. So you see a little bit of the actual piercing hole. There's a little detail for you. Speaking of other details, chest area. Highly recommended. But otherwise, that's the deal. I will say, like, if you use, once you get it, once you listen to it, like I said, there's no ambient sound on this one. Normally, as I've done my own voice packs and audio, I would put in ambient sounds. It starts off, all the tracks start off with a little bit of a song, so you don't get jump scared. But there's no, like, you know, sounds of kind of rustling cloth or covers or anything like that, because I figured this is something that you might want to wake up to, and it's essentially, you know, you provide your sounds by kind of turning and not turning it off in bed. But yeah, I would recommend that you turn off vibration for it when it goes off, so that you only get the audio. Otherwise, it would be kind of annoying if me talking in a little bit of a morning voice, and he goes, and he goes, and hi Plumie. Yeah, it's a soft awakening, but they go on for a bit of a minute. Over Evils is over a minute, I believe. It says so in the website. Let's see. I'm gonna click my own link actually. You pin that. Pin new. Look at, okay. The description says it. Yeah, the track 1, Hood Morning Plumie, is 1 minute 17 seconds. Track 2, Noble Owl Wake Up Service, is 56 seconds. It makes sense because it's the hurried one. That's the one you kind of want to get up with. And track 3 is An Evil Awakening, is 1 minute 32 seconds. To fill you with coziness, ambition, motivation, and spite. Pick your poison. Pick your puzzle. So yeah, that's it. That's the deal. Track 1 and 2 go well together if you want to have one that you just want to snooze or turn off and then let the other one play. But yeah, enjoy. I had a lot of fun recording them, especially with the morning voice and everything like that too. It was one of the trickiest voice packs that I've cleaned audio yet, because if anyone has done any kind of audio recording and kind of audio editing and cleaning, you will know that the hardest thing to do is clean audio without any kind of background sound. Actually, it makes it easier to have a little bit of wind blowing or anything else that takes any attention away from audio not being completely clean. So I did my best. So enjoy. Thank you, Verb. Thank you. Hey, yeah, if you're not familiar with my voice packs, generally I do not force very kind of any kind of invasive situation, I would call it. You can say romantic and intimate and everything like that, but you know, if you kind of force the listener to get into a situation, I will kind of find it a bit invasive. So it's still the usual. For those that know my previous voice packs, they are as in the same level of intimacy as they can be. But don't worry, I'm not gonna get in your space. Hello Finn, hello Momo. A little bit of Atmos track has a lot of messiness. It does, but since this time it should be playing from your phone, I opted for cleaning it completely. So super crisp, super clean, extra HD audio, evil. Yeah, the self-portrait. Yeah, this is a new voice pack. New voice pack is out. I made the art. You guys enjoy. Yeesh. Alright, so that was the first order of business today. I might repeat it again later. But second order of business, I believe we're here to see which character it's going to be. Pretty neat that you can sell those via VGen. Yeah, you can sell all kinds of stuff via VGen. If you sell anything kind of physical or something that you gotta sell yourself, it's a storefront. It works as a storefront, but anything else you would have to arrange for yourself, the logistical part of getting it shipped and stuff. But I really like that VGen does that. It has one of the lowest kind of service fees that you can find. Like a lot of creators would use Gumroad, but Gumroad has like a 10% kind of fee. Meanwhile, VGen does a 5%. It's one of the lowest. And I like that it's all staffed by good people. So yeah, there you go. That's going to be digital storefront for any kind of digital merch, such as voice packs and whatever other stuff you think of. Finally, it's my first independently produced merch. All right, so I looked through the list is to see if I could see a good character that starts with C. And C, indeed, C senor. I found one. A lot of good suggestions once again. I was torn between a couple. But I ultimately settled for this one. That is good and thematic of the current challenge and everything. I will be drawing Corbeau. I will be drawing Corbeau. He's had a feeling. Antagonist. I don't know if I would call him antagonist. He is a little bit of a. He has presence. But yeah, it's really fun. Even more so when I learned how short they made him. So they definitely. Pokemon has generally a good track record of making, good husbandos and waifus, and they're covering all bases. Well, they got the short king now. How short is he? Shorter than the main character. Short toxic king. Yeah, he's a poison user, so he's toxic. And it's short because it's kind of cute because when he throws his Pokeball, he actually does a little jump. Further emphasizing that he is kind of short. He actually jumps and then throws it and just boop, boop, boop. Yeah. It's not voiced, but I would still imagine that he does have the Megane character voice. So Midustan Short King. Yeah, it's very nice, very nice. I got a couple of stuff spoiled for me, of course, when doing my research for to get the character right. I am nowhere near/far or wherever we are in Pokemon because I've not been able to play it. But curiosity got the flying cat. Well, owls are essentially flying cats. So I looked up some stuff so I could get him down right and better, and I think it's really nice. This is C. This is Corbeau from Pokemon Legends ZA. Hello, Nemuru. The song just slid into a sentence. Whenever I say near or far, it automatically goes there. So yeah, let's get into. Want to have a look at my sketch then? You'll believe my heart will go on. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's get to the Artsu then, yeah. Check out my merch. Now people are gonna be wondering who's that? Who's in the room there with you? Like, what are you listening to in the morning? Morning voicemail. All right, cool. Let's let me show you. Let's put on some artsy music. Hello, Rat. Welcome. Okay, so the sketch looks kinda a little something like this. I figured Corbeau doesn't get to look down on a lot of people. A lot. So I figured he could at least get to do that in my picture. You can, Joe, you could change Meros to be Evil's track. It'll be a good one. Why is his shortness catching strays? Because it's just it's really funny how they make him, how they really emphasize it. How they really emphasize it. The fact that he has a little when before he throws the ball is that was like the perfect one. But yeah, he's a really good dude. He's a good dude. It's part of the Rust gang, I think, which kind of get the feeling of this kind of underground, almost like organized crime people. But he's a good dude. He's also cute when he sits in his giant chair. Oh, I gotta see that. I gotta see that. The skull outline, thank you. This is, I believe this is the poison. This is the like the poison icon on Pokemon. I had to look at what it was. So I'm gonna put him in the poison logo. And this is of course his Mega Evolution Jewel. And this is one of the Pokemon he really likes. He tends to say like, you know, I can take on anything. When was this Scolipede? Let me have a look at what it's called again. Scolipede, yeah, that's right, Scolipede. Sounds like Scolipede, like an actual skull, but Scolipede with S-C-O-L-I-P-E-D-E. But yeah, he's adorable, but also really kind of has a lot of presence. It can be a bit intimidating. In his own way. I'm curious what voice I would give him, because Pokemon is not voiced. So I just wonder what he might sound like. But I think I would. Sorry, I'm looking around for my my drawing glove, but I can't seem to find it. So I know what drawing glove it is. Yeah, no, he's a powerful person he's a powerful guy. He also has a really nice backstory, everything, so I don't want to spoil too much about this, but I'll try to use some well selected kind of descriptive things for him. So of course, this is kind of already close to his pose as is. So I will just kind of work with what I can. BGM, okay, gotcha, thank you. I'm trying to look for a good one. Here you go. Thank you. Alright, yeah, Scolipede is going to be there. At least that's how I would like to do it. It's still going to be a little tricky to figure out how I want to do everything, because I generally keep these grayscale with some colors kind of sticking out more. We could probably use purple color in this. I can still use two colors, that's fine. Does he has a tiny presence? He says it's quite intimidating. It does make everyone freeze up a bit when he's around. He speaks quite clear with authority. It's not the kind of you know, no kind of villain. One color change, maybe two, I think I'll have. Because I want to use violet and I want to use at least the color of his eyes. One color challenge. It's not a challenge when I do grayscale. You can call it as much of a challenge as you want, but if you have a pretty decent kind of way to pick out the values, then it's not necessarily that much of a challenge. Okay, so let's get to it, I suppose. We will. I'm gonna make him look a little bit more intimidating. Okay. If anyone is joining in, hello Steffi, welcome. If anyone's joining in late, I want to say I do have a new merch store up. There is a new voice pack that you can buy. It's 5.95 euros, and the link is pinned in chat currently. It's on my VGen. You can go to vgen.co/thealchemist/shop, I believe. He looks as intimidating as an angry kitty. An angry kitty that could probably, that if you borrowed money from said angry kitty, has a lot of big scary dogs, attack dogs, that he could just send your way to cash in on that loan you owe. So him himself, maybe not so, but but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I saw that you get to fight alongside him. So he's the mafia. He is the mafia. He is the head man of the underground like mafia group, essentially. Black Cat personality. It's a trainer from Pokemon Legends ZA, and he's quite short, which makes it a bit comedic. But he's also, he cares enough to help people as well. He wants to help the city because of the problem is undergoing as well. So in Pokemon Legends ZA, you arrive at a city that kind of resembles a bit of Paris, very, very French coded. And in that city, they have wild zones. They have wild zones where they actually Pokemon roam free inside the city. You can find some normal, everyday Pokemon, bird Pokemon and everything like that in the city, but otherwise, the other areas are kind of closed off with these kind of holographic, they call it holographic, but it's, the kind of holographic thing that actually works as a wall when it gets established, So yeah. There's a lot of mysteries to uncover in Legends ZA. It's pretty nice. Kind of setting sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, definitely. The one thing that is happening around the city is that it kind of revolves around the gimmick of the game as well, which is Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is essentially Pokemon reacting to a certain energy, certain kind of power in the area, and then kind of get stronger versions of themselves. It's kind of going around. There's some kind of rogue energy in the city that is affecting wild Pokemon. Mega Evolution is apparently very painful for creatures to go through. When it's triggered and controlled, then it's not a problem. But the fact that the energy runs amok and triggers Mega Evolution in stray normal Pokemon is very dangerous and very painful for them, so they go rogue in the middle of the city. So that's why, like, you as the trainer, you are, well, as the main character, you have a bit of a knack for everything. And So you end up kind of taking on a bit of an assignment to pacify, help them. You know, you kind of fight them and defeat them, so that the energy just kind of leaves them, so they can go back to normal. Hello, Fontanian. Well, I'm drawing Corbeau with C. Corbeau from Pokemon Legends ZA. I had the same when I went through proof. Yeah, so then you play as the person that is good at you know, good at pacifying that, so you feel understood and everything. It's really cute. Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't know if the first Pokemon Legends also had the first one, if you had active battles there as well, but this one, it's I like it, but it's also a bit creepy at times when you get chased down by wild Pokemon, because normally Pokemon, I would think turn-based stuff, but it's got this kind of roll dodge mechanic. You as the trainer can get attacked as well. If you get attacked too many times, you'll end up fainting. Stuff like that. Oh, let me check that I'm actually recording this. Yeah, it's recording good. I need it for the video. You got really attacked, yeah, I believe. You got attacked by the Pokemons around. Yeah, it was the same in Legends ZA as well. Only not everyone was not everyone was really you know, kind of aggressive. The first was more focused on the alpha Pokemon. Okay, because you still get alpha Pokemon in ZA. The name ZA implies that, you know, like in that city, because time passes and you're in a city, it's kind of like an open world kind of deal. The ZA refers to the battle royale that they have going on in that city, and that is that in nightfall there are certain parts of the city that get kind of marked as battle zones, and there's a lot of trainers that are kind of, you know, that have signed up for that, because when you get to rank A, you are promised a wish of anything. You have everything from, like, you know, like, I'm gonna make it so that every I don't know, every fountain has soda in it, and there's gonna be free soda for everybody, stuff like that, you know. If people join in and to kind of have a wish they want to have granted. So you start on rank Z and you work your way to rank A. That's what the name means. Hello, Sleepy Rem, how you doing? So you're playing your game, you're going to the wild zones, you're trying to catch some Pokemon, maybe just exploring the city. Then it gives you a notification that, you know, like nightfall, like sun is setting, nightfall is imminent, and then one part of the city just gets marked off, like, this is a battle zone now. So you can go there and battle if you want, but otherwise you can just keep doing your exploration. There are some Pokemon to be found only at night, things like that. So it's really fun to explore and find some stuff around there. You can take your Pokemon on cafe dates as well. It becomes a bit of a you know, photo mode. Okay, we're gonna use this as it is. I'm gonna merge it. It's all merged. This one can probably clean it up better, but I'm just gonna merge it. I have faith. I have faith in my Pokemon. Yeah, the cafe moments are really nice. Some Pokemon evolve based off of your friendship level with them, so you want to take them on a lot of cafe dates. Essentially, you order something to drink and the Pokemon is like sits down next to you. So it's really cute. I really do also like the fact that you can just, you know, pause menu, hit the button, save instantly. That's what I liked about the Ease games as well. These, what is it, 8, 9? Yeah, 8, 9, and 10 are on the Switch, and then there's they're re-releasing some older ones, but... Corbeau, yeah, I like the guy. The Nintendo finally, Game Freak gave everyone their short king. I had no idea it was that short. I did my research for this, you know, because if you've seen my shorts before, then you know that I like to say a little something about the characters as well. He's short. It's so fun. We're gonna have he's gonna have the little skip he does when he throws a Pokeball in the video for sure. The skip is so fun. It is. Like how short? I don't know. Your main character is like, you know, normal youth. I mean, can we have? Let me make him a picture. Let me find a picture. Let's see. There's the actual. I don't think I can download this. It would be. Oh, I can save the video. Nice. Okay. All right, gotcha. I can actually show you a video of it. It doesn't say much about how short he is, but I can show you the skip that he does, the little bound skip thing. Let me see if I can find it. I hope it's not too loud. Let me try playing this. Okay, here you go. So this is the skip here, right here. You see that? He just walks up a little bit and then he does the... You see him? He's ready. Gonna throw it, yeah? And then he just like... I love that. One more time. Yeah, he has a quite the gap moment. And I'll have a look at the actual height. Let's see, Corbeau. It's spelled in French, so it's Corbeau. You know, with the spelling Corbeau. I'm getting a lot of actual crows as well. Man, I can't see how short he is. Patootie, definitely a cutie Patootie. Corbeau. Pokemon. Here we go. Surely this would show. I'll just grab a screenshot. Okay. Come on. Put him next to the main character. Okay, here we go. A really small picture, so you're gonna have to squint. There's your main character. Masculine representing, and that's Corbeau, and they're not that far away from each other. They're about the same height when he's further back. You see what I mean? He's small. Yeah, he's a feared mafia leader regardless. So he's about yay tall. So shorter than you. Small body, big personality, definitely. One of those characters that make you feel like it's such a shame that it's not voiced. Pokemon, I mean. I feel like the not long enough pants isn't helping his case. I think that his general closeness to the ground isn't helping his case. Oh, it kind of is. You're right. You're right. He also has the very like he has similar eyes actually, because Levi also he also doesn't have. He's also pretty short. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good comparison. He's just not as he's not as empty inside the kind of that kind of gap. It doesn't have that the same personality. But first impression, sure. First impression, sure. There are some cutscenes in Pokemon that are worse because the voices are missing. Yeah, I get that. It's a lot to voice though. I don't understand why they wouldn't, but I guess in a way I also kind of do, because whenever you have voice acting in anything, you kind of need to at least for something that is as big as Pokemon and the whole franchise, like, you know, the how big it is for as a franchise for adults and kids and everything. They would need to have voice acting in every language. It would probably be expected as such. I don't know what the rules are, but whenever you do the multi language releases of things, it's really like licensing for voice acting is really expensive. I know a lot of people at some point were just kind of like, why don't you just release everything with Japanese voice acting? You know, just leave Japanese voice acting in. Japanese voice acting, they take a percentage of every iteration of the thing. They take a percentage of every iteration done of the thing they recorded for. So if you have a game where everything is completely voice acted, everything like that, let's say Persona, for instance. Let's say Persona, right? Because Persona 3, the voice actors in Persona 3 are making bank because there's how many versions of it now? 5. The original, the portable, the golden, on different consoles. We're talking about that how Pokemon does not have voice acting in it. If I'm correct, Corbo speaks in the Kansai dialect in the Japanese version. Really? That would make sense though, like it's just text, right? Kansai accent, right? It's always a bit tricky with how Japanese will like the writing and the characters, how they will portray having an accent. While it's very, very tempting to be giving him like a just your usual glasses character, kind of cool-headed type, I would want to imagine him having a French accent because of the name and the setting and everything, you know. But yeah, I don't really know. That's one of the things that is nice with the when it's not voice actors, that you can fill it in yourself. Hope in French they won't give them a Parisian accent. We never know. Can you tell the accent from the text? The only VA there is in ZA is when the main character jumps off roofs and climb. Yeah. He's very Japanese coded. That's very true. He is kind of Japanese coded. He's not originally from there, I suppose, right? Kansai is kind of weird to give him. Kind of messes a little bit with the image. I really like the Kansai accent, but it does give it a little bit more. I guess it's the closest you get in Japanese to like country bumpkin kind of accent. People in Kansai are super friendly though. That's the best way to describe it, I think, for me. People realize he speaks in Kansai dialect because of his use of Kansai slang. Yeah, I know. In Japanese, it's very clear the choices of words, you know, as to which region you're in. Kansai dialect will kind of roll the words a little bit more. As someone who feels in the South, I feel attacked. I guess when it comes to that, that's very that gives the same. Usually, the accents are used for characters, you know, kind of character stereotypes, even though it really doesn't. They're really stereotyping such a huge part of the population. But I'm sure you get what I mean. Eh? It's got designer clothes, this Pokemon designer clothes. I always like the idea, the worlds of let's see, I've also seen tropes of sneaky, suspicious characters having a Kansai accent. Yeah. There are 3 types of characters, and I'm sure there are more, but 3 types that I can think of that are given Kansai accents in anime, manga, media. You have the sneaky salesman. Yeah, the sneaky salesman, because they're very outgoing, and very, you know, trying to very how do you say that? Very social people. So you give it to them. You also have comedians are generally, you know, kind of seen as being from Kansai. Some of the biggest comedians in Japan are from the Kansai area. So you have salesmen, sneaky salesmen. You have comedians. You have simpletons. And yeah, I kind of feel like I haven't seen it in Japanese, but the Lion King, I would bet that they would give Timon and Pumbaa Kansai accent. It's a nice handyman, I guess so. Yeah, I wouldn't have figured that he would have a Kansai accent, being his role. Then again, in Kansai, isn't the organized crime generally, you know? Am I thinking wrong? Am I thinking Kobe? Is that why? I'm not sure which is which. Do they tend to give a lot of like kind of underground organized crime characters Kansai accent because of the because of that? Like I did not see like the place I saw the most Yakuza in Japan when I was in Japan was in the Kansai area. So that might also be why. I haven't thought about it too much, but maybe that would be the case. I saw a lot of people drawing Corbeau with large Yakuza tattoos in his back. It's because he is, you know, it's easy to say mafia, mafia this, mafia that, but mafia is strictly Italian, right? I am persistently calling it organized crime because the different groups of organized crime have a specific name for their own stuff. It's very easy to go like, yeah, mafia, mafioso, this and that. No, but they're not though. Wouldn't go calling a triad member mafia. They would probably get very upset. You know what I mean? So yeah, that would make sense. It kind of has this kind of like Momo said, it's kind of Japanese coded as well. So they may very well be pulling the likenesses and the references for their own kind of organized crime. In my language, there's a word which sounds similar to mafia and actually means bakery. They be baking, they be cooking. I had a friend that told me once, we went to Japan as part of, that friend was very into J-rock and was part of like a, you know, a club with J-rock stuff. They went to Japan and they just went out to, like at night on like the Sunday. Sundays is the day everyone is off in Japan, so you kind of go out for a party and stuff like that, just like on Sundays generally. And he said like, at some point there were just like a lot of Yakuza outside, not just causing any trouble, they were just also there for the, you know, friggin' partying it up in the evening. And they had like some import, like older American muscle car, like muscle engine car, and this on the street just kind of being rowdy about it, listening to the kind of rockabilly kind of rock music. And then at the end of the night, because you know when everything closes, then it's just everyone looks at their wristwatches like, oh well, okay, everything is closes now. So these are like straight up Yakuza people, right? Tattoos up to the neck. I've seen what they look like. Sat across one, waiting for like a train at one point. But they would just like open the trunk of the car, take out like a broom and a little kind of a broom, like a shovel, and just sweep up after them. After any kind of trash they had around, just kind of sweep it up, leaving everything nice and tidy, and then just like, you know, room done. So you got these kind of like kind of people, and then they're just like, you know, well, you know, our boss says we can't litter, so let's clean up. Let's clean it up, boys. Must have been quite a sight, honestly. That's neater than most people in my local park. Yeah, that's something that I noticed in Japan as well. You don't come across a lot of trash cans anywhere, but the streets are friggin' clean. So it's really very much like there's this kind of general system of people just have trash bags with them, small bags, or they buy something with a bag in the morning. That's kind of what I did when I was there with a friend. You kind of buy at a local convenience store before heading out for the day. Grab something like for breakfast, get up early, go somewhere, go for breakfast, like just buy breakfast, and then get to wherever we're gonna go, stop for a bit, have breakfast, but then we just put the trash in those bags until we were back at the maybe train station or subway station. That the main station would have trash cans. So yeah, so you kind of carry that with you. Hi Justin, welcome. Thank you so much for ooh. What was the hoot hoot? Oh, no hoot hoot. No no message. That's all right. Thank you very much. 15 months. That's amazing, Justin. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hoot hoot. 15 months. Goodness. He does have his nose a little bit more upturned, I think, and I'm trying to not do it too much because of the general anime vibes of it all. Let's go! Let's go, Justin!
Hoot hoot! Let's go!
Let's go! That's so cute! That was really cute, Bloomy. Thank you very much, Ciel. 20 months! Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say sometimes, so here, that's alright. I really appreciate it. Hoot hoot, let's go. Let's go create artsy taxi. Almost 2 years of members existing. Yeah, which means we're almost at anniversary too.
Hoot hoot! 20 hoots for the boss of the Rest Syndicate. _ cheer.
Yay, 20 hoots. 20 hoots? That's a lot of hoots. Oh yeah, the Rust Syndicate. That's the group that he's part of. That he governs. The lighting does not make sense. Kind of draw it in one way, then you put the shading in like you're just used to doing it. You know what? That's fine. If it's anything, I bought 19 Corbeau cards at an event. 19! $19 of the same ones, like the trainer cards, or different ones? That's so cool regardless. Oh yeah, I believe what did you say, Momo? Corbeau was like made in a lab specifically for you, like designed and created in a lab. Pokemon theme, yes, ooh. Continuing with the Pokemon theme, yeah. This is probably the first Pokemon character in the ABC challenge. Next time is D. Might be a little bit longer between this drawing and the next character on the letter D, but because we have the Pokemon challenge feature coming up. That's you got well, we got 2 weeks. Halfway now. I was debating getting a 10th full art, but my wallet wasn't having it. Oh. You should maybe get a loan from the Rust Syndicate. I hear they got good they're good for taking loans. Okay, let's see. Let me figure out this suit. Okay. Depth forever, probably. But you would have 10 Corbeau cards. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. For those joining in recently, I would like to point out that we do have new merch. I have new merch out. I have produced a voice pack with a double intention of it being wake-up alarms for you to use in the mornings. Look at this. Have a little look-see at the cover image. Voice pack, phone, tablet, wallpaper. The picture was illustrated by The Alchemist, the incredibly talented artist, The Alchemist. I made the picture for the wallpaper. It is on my VGen store for €5.95. My first independently produced merch. And of course, any purchases of it will go to paying the mansion bills and making more. So yeah, it's 3 tracks. It has 3 tracks. One for a soft awakening, a second one where I've gotten up. This is essentially what the picture illustrates. Like I just already got up and coming back to wake you up, that let you sleep in a little bit, but now you have to get up. Gotta hurry it up. Breakfast is ready and all that stuff, you know. And then there's a bonus track that is evil, waking you up. What an amazing art! It's such high quality art. It's such high quality art. In fact, if you would like the art, you could consider commissioning The Alchemist. There's already a couple of commissions in the works, but yeah. Yeah, the track 3 is Evil. Evil Awakening. So if you would like, if you're the kind that gets fueled by spite, it's gonna be super effective. So if you wanna listen to Evil's diss track, then yeah, that's a good voice pack. It includes a wallpaper, pretty high resolution wallpaper, and it's wide as well, so it's really not just like a phone screen, but also gets a little extra on the sides to also work for tablets. We're just gonna wake up all like, I'll show you. Or just gonna be like hee 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 hee. So yeah, if you get it and you use them as wake up alerts and everything, please be sure to turn off vibration, at least for them, because it would be kind of, I think it would ruin the moment a bit if it was suddenly was just kind of sounding over my voice. You get me. Okay, this looks pretty good, pretty good. I think I'm sleepy off and I can use the motivation. Very much motivated by spite. Then I think it'll work quite nice. I might have to post a kind of a watermarked, like downsized picture of the wallpaper as well, because I just figured since it's you know, for merch, I'll be able to use it as a portfolio piece. A suggestion, just because it came to my mind when you did this t-shirt. Do you think you would ever make a suggestion for the animal character? You would take a suggestion for an animal character, like a sidekick from Pretty Cure, a mascot, for example? Sure. Where I didn't specify humanoid, non-humanoid. I just said character with certain letters. Now, granted, in terms of anime and everything like that, humanoid characters tend to be more centered ones, but I could consider that. Also doesn't have to be anime always. So far, I guess it's been anime. No, well, Pokemon now is a game as well. I'm just not really specifying my kind of reasoning as to which character. Like, I pick the characters because they're cool, and they kind of just like, oh yeah, I totally would like to draw this character. It can be different every time as the reason why I choose one character over the other. So it's but it's really fun to look up all the characters people post. Those that I don't know as well. Like the Bachira, for instance, you know, I haven't seen Blue Lock, but I thought the character was cool. But it's really good. It's really good, good practice, and it's fun to get to know other characters I didn't know. as well. But it's not a get all your friends together and the one that gets the most votes gets picked. It's like, no. Sometimes at some point I'll probably pick a character that's like, oh, that's really fun, and then a lot of people would suggest it, so one of the videos is going to be like, this one was suggested, a lot of people wanted that one. But so far, like, it's not made the rounds as much. TikTok is hard to, the algorithm suddenly is not favoring the stuff that I do there as much, so I haven't gotten like a huge influx of characters. What I did notice is that a lot of people, usually because I do a character from a specific show, the following suggestions tend to be from the same show. But that just kind of, I get that though, because that's just kind of how it's how the algorithm sends it out. I've taken to just call it the algorithm now, you know? I even write it as an owl. Yeah, there were a lot of Bakugos for B, which makes sense. Bakugo is a really fun character. I was really tempted to pick Bakugo, but then it just becomes like, it's just 2 still, but it already is, you know, 2 out of 2. I'm drawing My Hero Academia characters that start with each letter. It's like, no, variation is the name of my game. I'm just going off vibes. What vibes? Yes. Exactly. It's a bit of a style challenge. I'm using it as a bit of a like dynamic pose challenge, trying to do like dynamic poses. You know, it's not a challenge if I just settle for something that I feel like I am already good at. So I'm using this as an opportunity. I've already started off with a lot of boys. Usually I would say that I would be better at drawing girls, but I'll get to that as well. Never know what character exactly, because otherwise it's just like the popular choice is always gonna have no. We're going off of whatever vibe that week is vibe of the week. A win is wrong. Yeah, it gets picked. Well, getting picked in this, I guess, would be kind of a, but it's yeah, I get what you mean. Regardless, you get more art. Like the internet gets more art that I make, and I get to practice, and you know, your character might get picked. Get to watch pretty art. Thank you. Yeah, it's really fun, and to figure out that okay, how do I present this? Because I care about presentation a lot, and think a lot of people do too. It needs to be snappy. It needs to jingle jangle the keys in front of people. So like I actually had a bit of a longer talk for Bachira initially, but I felt like it was going a bit too long, so I had to cut it, sadly. Because like it's fun to do kind of to add a little bit of a little something in there, but you can just feel the short watchers just kind of their fingers twitching when it's taking too long, you know. Hello, Moeruzio. Moeruzio, is that right? It looks so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. How are you doing? First time in chat, you're a member. You got a gifted? It's nice to have you. Okay, Corbo, show me the thing. Let's put the. Oh, this is too slow. You know what? This gives me some poison user vibes. Okay, let's see. Watching while practicing drawing fabric folds. Yeah, folds can be such a pain. You're fighting Corbo. Momo is fighting Corbo. And he goes like, all right then, pick your poison. And Momo just goes up and grabs his sleeve. Momo walks up to Corbo and leans down and grabs his sleeve. This is a character from Pokemon Legends ZA, by the way. What's with me catching strays? I don't know. I just kind of see it. It could be the 9 Corbo cards that are peeking out of your pocket. I'm right here. Yeah. Fabric folds are really tricky for sure, Amoiru. I remember being very frustrated when I was trying to learn those as well. I remember trying so many times until like one day they kind of made sense, but I wanted to find that instruction of how to do it so that it would work every time. What kind of fabric folds are you doing? Targeted attacks. Yeah, sniper from across the building. Okay. Honestly, Corbo is a mood though. And there's a lot of people that like him. I remember I was looking around doing my research, and there were a lot of streamers twirling their hair when he was in the picture. For real, some stuff just clicks in your head one day. Third eye-opening type of thing. Yeah, definitely. Ultimately, I believe that it is you trying to do it and trying to wrap your head around it. And you know how they say, like, you have to sleep, you have to have good rest in order to process things. A lot of things happen while you sleep. That's it. I believe what dreams are about. You essentially processing stuff. So at some point, it's gonna make sense. But I know for me, folds was one of the more frustrating things to kind of learn. I ended up drawing a lot of sci-fi characters that, you know, kind of have either really foldless, tight undersuit with mecha parts that are just kind of metal plating stuff. More so. I'll be struggling for ages just to do it easily the next day. Yeah, definitely. Some things just happen. They just kind of work out after a rest, honestly. You kind of need to if you're trying to learn something new, there's like two things. Once you're learning something, you should kind of do it from the get-go, like as soon as you are finished. Like, you don't just read about it, do it as well. Maybe have a listen, have a look, and then try it out. But the other part is also just rest a bit. Don't rush it. If it doesn't want to work from the get-go, just, you know, give it a mo. Give it a mo. Oversized clothes. Yeah, oversized is pretty interesting too. I personally really like the whole the concept of have you ever seen this this idea that when something is like bending this way, like if this is an arm, sadly I don't have anything really I can show with here, but if you have an arm here like this, yeah, then this part is kind of, where is the tension, right? The tension point is here because it's kind of being pulled out. So the tension points in the sides where there's tension has the least amount of folds. The parts that is kind of contracted has the folds, you know? Not saying that there's absolute none, but that's kind of how to think about it. That also kind of works when it's an actual like upper body as well. Let's see if I can just get something done. I'm gonna put this arm a bit this way. Should kind of do it the way I mean to do, like when they're just kind of doing this. Yeah, so this same principle, this part has the tension. Meanwhile, this part is kind of contracted. So whenever you have any kind of, there will still be kind of, you know, kind of folds happening like this, but not as much. Meanwhile, here you have a lot more folds kind of, you know, piling up a bit. So like thinking about it that way, it helped me a lot, honestly. Hello Dango, how are you doing? Welcome to my White Day merch release. That's right, we got merch. Bloomy, take it away. Bloomy?
Vil has merch now. Check out the newest voice pack on the Alchemist store.
Thank you. You're awesome, Bloomy. How are you doing, Dango? Alchemist. Is there any place that says chemist, or is it always chemist? How's it drawing? This one's going pretty good. Also, there's one for the voice pack that I made as well. It looks a little something like this. That one's also pretty good. I would remove the banner, but no. The banner has become a paywall. Bannered, yep. I'm currently drawing Corbo, which is a poison Pokemon user from the game Pokemon Legends ZA. He's a bit of an underground group, kind of organized crime leader, banner. Banner, I hardly know her. Suits are really annoying to freaking. Speaking of folds, right? Doing folds on suits is it's really tricky, especially because they're padded. They have padded shoulders. You just don't wanna. So this part generally does not move a lot, which is why it gets that fold. Especially since Corbeau's suit is kind of oversized. Oh, it kind of is actually. You're right. Then again, a lot of it is. Oh my gosh, that's catching strays. He's gonna be my best friend in the game when I meet him. It's just not helping his size either. Yeah, that was the smallest they had. He has plenty of money to get it tailored, yeah. I think it's just meant to look kind of, have that kind of robe style thing, you know. It's not just a suit, it's kind of doubles as a coat kind of deal. It's deliberate. Then again, it could also be the case of, you know, insisting on being a size. Depending on it, doesn't give me the impression of having a complex about his height. But it could very well be one of those cases if he would that he kind of goes like, no, I'm 6 foot for real. They're not. They're like 5.5, but they say like they're 6 foot, so that everything that they get kind of custom made is always a little bit too big. Yeah, for sure. Nah, they gave him a little skip. Look at the. I'm gonna look at the skip again. Whenever he throws a Pokeball, he actually does a little jump. Boop. But yeah, the pants are like everything works pretty good on him, but they definitely exaggerated this to kind of be the be his little thing. Hello, Badgerman, welcome. I'm 4'9" and 9.5 inches, and every one of them is pure spite. Pure spite. How are you doing, Badger? Is the cozy content of the Noble Owl the kind of balancing act? The normalizer? The kind of the counterbalance? Yeah. So yeah, today I'm drawing on my alphabet challenge, which is a challenge I'm doing just myself. It's not the channel's current art challenge. A current art challenge is a Pokemon challenge. If you're interested in joining for a little bit of drawing, I would like you to draw your original character as a Pokemon trainer. It's a bit of a redesign adaptation challenge. The art challenges are always kind of have practical applications, right? And the current one is an adaptation challenge. I got a lot of questions of like, can I draw my own creature, my own Pokemon kind of deal? Does it have to be this and that? And the answer is yeah. I mean, you have to, you can't draw your own Pokemon, but it has to be original Pokemon, because you may have a character in mind, but then you need to incorporate it or make it, redesign that character for any kind of maybe assignment or something like that to kind of fit an original existing world. And if your character uses, I don't know, laser swords or something, and the world is medieval, you can't bring your laser sword in there. You're gonna have to figure out something else. And a very kind of straightforward adaptation would obviously be to just give him a normal sword. But it's the same deal here, is that Pokemon trainers or people, the characters in the Pokemon world, are very much represented as such by their clothing being designed. Everything in the Pokemon world is designed around Pokemon. You usually have accessories that hold Pokeballs or any kind of Pokemon, like bags or satchels, stuff like that. Is everything. I would say everything in the world of Pokemon is like circles around Pokemon. So the current challenge is an adaptation challenge. And I don't feel like it would be much of a challenge if you could just draw your normal OC like you always do and just call it a day. They're meant to be challenges. So yeah, you have to either it's the adaptation of finding a Pokemon that matches with your character, but like I also gave the opportunity to make your entry super effective. You can match the character back to the Pokemon as well. Corbeau here, for instance, he likes his main Pokemon is Scolipede. I feel like his suit is kind of reminiscent of that. He's got these kind of poison bits that are sticking out like this on the sides, which kind of remind me a bit of, you know, the limbs or the little legs of Scolipede. But also the color palette that he has, you don't see it right now, but he has very kind of magenta, violet, purple colors going on. And his hair is also kind of like almost kind of, how can I even describe it? It's almost like, looks like a wave of kind of sludge in a way, which makes you think of, you know, Pokemon like Grimer or something else that is toxic and poison based. So very cool. Really like how it's in your face a lot with his poison drops. Exactly. Got the drops here. His hair from, like, I can show you the this picture, the reference picture here, for instance. From the other side, you see that this is not how all the hairs look like in the game. It is not like purely stylistic choice. This is actually also like, this is just also the hairstyle. Oh gosh. It kind of looks like it's, you know, a wave of things going this way. It's just kind of higher or like to say lower viscosity, just really thick kind of goo. So this is the trainer. So essentially the poison Pokemon trainer of Pokemon Legends ZA. And also the next character I'm drawing for my own challenge, which is the alphabet challenge. I'm going through the alphabet, drawing characters whose names start with each letter of the alphabet. Currently this is C. And whenever I post the short, the different shorts, like, you can suggest for the next one. So once Corbeau, the short with Corbeau goes out, you can suggest the character with the the letter D. Now, while Bachira was a little bit sketchy, a little bit messy, Corbo is not so much so. I'm actually refining it a little bit here and there because I don't get this kind of like he's kind of calm and collected. So I don't think he should have very sketchy, messy lines. Refined drawing for a refined man, exactly. Actually not gonna put that many folds into his arms. May I ask where to ask recommendation of the characters? Of course, the well, currently there is no place for the character, for the D character. If you follow me on YouTube, once I have done this drawing, you can suggest them in the comments of the short that features the drawing, because I'm gonna be doing a short video where I kind of show the speed paint of this, talking about Corbo for a little quick introduction of the character, and then it's gonna be, you know, I'll pick the next character to draw from the comments, so be sure to leave your suggestion of a character you like. No, leave a suggestion of a character you like that starts with the letter D, and then you can just write it in the comments. And then, you know, follow me to see which one I pick. And yeah, like we were talking before, the character that gets picked is straight up the vibes of why I pick them. They vary, they differ. They differ from each letter as well. I do have a look at any character that I don't know. I have a look at them, and sometimes it'll introduce me to something new, cool that I didn't know before, or it might just straight up be like, you know what, this character looked really fun to draw. So it might end up be, you know, it might be one that you pick. Also, if you see a suggestion, if you see a character you want to suggest already suggested, you can still suggest it, because if I do end up picking that one, your name will make it into the video too. Yeah, one for X. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a while. Which one do you have for X? I'm not gonna keep it in mind. I'm gonna forget, but I'm just curious. It's so specific. So basically, the challenge is to draw a character name, start with the alphabet. So rather, each letter for A, it was Aizawa Shota, from My Hero Academia. I can show you the ones I drew. I can do that, it's easier. For the letter A, I drew Aizawa Shota from My Hero Academia, also known as Eraserhead, but his name is Aizawa. And then we have Then I didn't know this anime myself, but it was one of the characters suggested. This is Bachira Meguru from Blue Lock. Zemnas. There's gonna be a Xavier from Lauren Deep Space. Love and Deep Space. Oh, Love and Deep Space would be interesting to draw too. Now I understand. Yeah, this is C is Corbo from Pokemon Legends ZA. So the next one is going to be after, probably is going to be drawn after the Pokemon challenge feature. Such a pretty drawing. Thank you. I have been on a roll with art mainly because that is all I do now. But it just flows so nicely. Do I still run into like walls and kind of tricky stuff? Of course I do. I've not drawn a lot of men in bathrobes or like morning robes, for instance, but I did end up doing the whole. For those that bought the voice pack, you can have a look at the picture that came in there. Love that it's their main color only to highlight them. Yeah, for this one it's going to be a bit of the purple. I think it's mainly going to be purple. I might do purple, magenta, and yellow for his eyes because I find it that it's always important to highlight the eyes. You know? The kind of honey yellow eyes that he has. So we'll see. I'm trying to keep it to very reduced color palettes just to kind of keep the drawings a bit more interesting. Do you specialize with art mediums outside of digital art like watercolors, oil pastels? I did do markers, like alcohol markers, but it's been a long time and I did not keep all my equipment when I moved. Because I got like a big, I had a big light table, you know, an actual, not like LED one, but an actual one with like a fluorescent bulb inside and stuff, and I would do marker work. Otherwise, inks, I would say at most, like ink pencils, ink pens rather, like pigment liners and black like markers. Whole table, well, it's not a whole table, but it was like an A. It was bigger than A4, maybe A2 sized. A2. That is big. Yeah, it's pretty big. Hence why I did not bring it. Like I ended up not. I kind of got rid of it at that point. I'd already had a couple of years on it, and everything was switched over to LED. You can still get some pretty cheap like A4 sized light tables or light pads for marker work. That's like 4 A4s. Yeah, maybe A3. A3 is... Was it 2 A4s? It was somewhere in between. It might have been a B size because like you had an A4 sheet of paper was kind of like this. And actually I shouldn't do it on this one because this is... I'm going to be using this for the actual video. So if the light table itself was kind of like this, you know, like a big wedge of cheese, kinda. I had like a spot for keeping any kind of inks there, and a switch and a cable, and an A4 was about this size. I do believe that it was like the liter sized, so kind of the kind of manga making light table that you would get or see in general, like manga making like this. Yeah, it's quite huge, isn't it? Yeah, but it was super useful to do A4 size stuff, also angled and everything. That kind of also made me want to do have my tablet angled in a way. Like this was way long, but I got this one before I got display tablet. So it was an older one like this, and I would do marker work on it and some like color pencils. I guess I would do highlights with white color pencils and stuff. So yeah, generally traditional artist first and foremost, and digital art was fun because it was accessible and easy to do with, you know, backlit screen on a laptop or screen or whatever. But I generally feel like the digital art got really fun for me once I figured out a way to kind of translate all the practice I had gotten from traditional work to digital, which is essentially, you know, ends up being the whole one layer kind of work stuff. I have painted with acrylics as well, but didn't do much with them. I like doing a little bit of retro video game stuff with it. Don't think I have any pictures of it, sadly. Acrylic stuff, like painting on canvases, made for good gifts if you combined it with like a little projector, because then you have like you would have like a canvas, right? Like a normal like cloth canvas, and you can use like a projector to project an image, and then you can just, you know, paint a cool background for it, and then you have like a foreground, like almost stencil it. Either use stencils or actually paint a background for it, and then you can kind of go in and really sort out the ink details on this too, like from whatever you're projecting on there. It was a cool combination of different things. Nemuru. Doesn't that mean sleeping too? I need to sleep now. It's around 4 in my place. Good night, everyone. Love your stream. Thank you. Welcome back anytime. Omae wa mou nemutteiru. Nani? Take care, Nemuru. Oh, okay. Alright, I think this works out okay. Man, I tell ya, we were talking about folds, and I really had to figure out those folds for the picture I did for the voice pack, the wallpaper. Even if that is the 4th or 5th thing you notice about it, I will, I'll be happy. You have my messy hair, my messy morning hair. It's a little messier actually if you take a close look. So yeah, it's fun. All right, this is Corbeau. I'll need to have a look at what his sleeves look like. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty normal. I was actually not expecting the sleeves to end up looking that normal. Okay. Very well. Se voila. Let's see where everything needs to go. Alright, for the last little bit, we're gonna put that other good song on there, the classic. I like this one too. Very floopy hair, yeah. Actually, now that I look at it, his tie is a bit too wide on my drawing. It needs to be more like this. This is one of the reasons why I like the way I draw. I generally kind of feel comfortable with it because I needed to change the thickness of this tie, and I just paint over it. It's still just one layer. So it ends up kind of almost being like sculpting, which feels really nice and fluent. I don't have to find a layer. It has its downsides too, though. That other, like, more planned drawings can get better results for. First time seeing someone draw like this, quite fascinating. Nice. Ooh. The one thing that this kind of style benefits from, because I know other people be like, oh no, I really like my colors, I need to see where the colors are going and stuff. I find it mostly hard to adjust things on one layer when there's a gradient. Yeah, that is the trickiest. I will agree for that. And that's kind of why it stays kind of painterly. Because like the smudge and blur tool are your friends, you would have to kind of paint over it anyway to kind of make it match. But one of the benefits to doing a picture like this is you can kind of dynamically make it like look, I'll just show you guys. If you have let me make sure that it's kind of clean as well. Yeah, it's mostly pretty clean. Cool. Okay, nice. You know, for a while movie posters had warm and cool colors on them, so that's kind of already one of the things that you can do with this kind of picture. Like, even though this was in the shade, it can now have a bit of, you know, a lighter color. We can just do the outlines where there's light, have a lighter color, and then on the inside it's just kind of cold. Easily get to directional lighting doing it like this. Making it quite dramatic lighting if you want. With a combination of like doing like an add glow layer on top of it too, you can also kind of get even more so. I'm just doing it really sloppy. You're supposed to kind of do it in a different way here, but You can work with multiple colors quite easily. That's one of the reasons I really like doing it this way, because you can always bring in a little bit more of dramatic lighting into a picture if you want to. All right, so I'm gonna put some color on him already, which is gonna be the magenta. Which are parts of his, like the glasses and these things. We can end up with some color. I'm gonna end up having to draw 2 Pokemon. Which is gonna be his Pokemon and the rest of the so we got this one, this part here. And I don't think his sleeves had anything, so just overlay it, and let's adjust it. Adjust it to closer more to like pink, magenta kind of deal, like this. And then we have the violet, which kind of also would go on his hair. Maybe. We'll see if we keep it. But there would be some violet here. I guess maybe the pink magenta is enough. Maybe this would be a bit too much. Seeing as the logo would have that too, but I don't know, we'll see. I have to figure out what Pokeball it should be holding for the effect. You have that, and then you have the his Pokemon. The Pokemon has what does he have? It does he have Scolipede. Has the magenta color on him, so that would probably be good. The brooch is missing. You're right. It is missing. May as well put it in there. I'm gonna forget. One thing I do feel like helps out a lot is just putting like a gradient map in somewhere, and it will definitely benefit from this one more so than anything else. Yeah, the brooch is missing, the Mega Evolution one, so let's put that on there. I drew it on the sketch, but I was just fixing out his suit first, so let's see so that it looks good too. It's gonna create a bunch of tangents otherwise. It's like a metal plaque, metal brooch. Something like this for now. Just I'll sort out the details a little bit later. But make it too detailed. Like, this is one of the things of having a specific kind of art style, is that you don't want to vary your brushstrokes too much. Like, if the detailed parts here have a brush thickness of this, you can't have something that suddenly has a very nitty, like very detailed brush. Thin brushstroke. Like the way to keep this kind of consistent is if you respect that kind of balance everywhere. Otherwise, something with a lot of detail like this would take over, pull attention to itself. That's the Mega Evolution gem like there. So that one's gonna play a part in the rest of the picture, so we're just gonna leave it like that for now. Alright. Got about 20 minutes to go, so we're gonna have a look at his Pokemon a little quick too. Make sure they match in their colors. Am I below or am I on the Pokemon? I am definitely below the Pokemon. Let's multiply it and we go. Huh? Oh, okay. I was not below the Pokemon. Solipede has black. A lot happened since my internet died. I've told you, blink and you miss it. It's kind of fun how I essentially figured out this kind of way of working. As a way to kind of make streams more interesting and more engaging, so you don't see me kind of do work on one little thing for a whole stream. And yeah, welcome back, Finn, of course. That's a thank you, Mary. But it's like so that it kind of things keep happening from one like quarter of an hour to the next. There's always something to kind of look at. It's giving progression. It's kind of the idea of the way I work with art like this, but it's kind of become a way, like a more common way for me to work now, which is kind of fun. Even the commissions that I'm taking on now are kind of built in the same way. So I guess you could say that this has become more of my go-to style now. It used to be different when I did other things like when I worked with commissions and did other art projects. But this has very much become my go-to style now. Okay. Okay, Lapis, have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. If you got the voice pack, enjoy waking up to it tomorrow. Take care, Lapis. Scolipede is gonna be having the kind of the Mega Evolution thing happening too, so I'm not entirely sure how to color it. I don't want him to take too much attention away from Corbeau, so we're gonna have to work out how to balance that out. Is it just me, or is that the same value? I need to have a look. Scolipede. Oh, I friggin' called it. Man, that feels so good. The purple and the magenta, they are the same. They're the same value. They look like they would be different, but when you do it grayscale, they're just the same. It was just painted on there. A colorblind person would not be able to tell that these are different colors. Interesting. That's the same for the horns and everything. They would just be able to say like it's one color. A long time ago, when I was still kind of learning how to do the grayscale stuff. Someone saw my art and random stream. I'm gonna snooze it so I don't miss it. Someone saw my art and they were complimented it nicely. I was still doing grayscale, but they could read all of the shapes, and I thought that I had a lot of like good depth and everything in a night sky that I was doing and stuff like that. That just kind of made me realize, because I didn't know that they were colorblind. They were just kind of finding the picture really easy to read and thought it was pretty. The fact that they were colorblind and didn't realize that I had not put any colors in yet. But that just kind of solidified more to me that, yeah, okay, this is a good method to work on, because there was also the time where I would catch a lot of commentary as to why I would do it in one layer, why I would do it grayscale, why I would work on certain other programs instead of the top program at the time and stuff. It's just it was a time. Ultimately, I learned that there's no arguing with results, you know? Because if you focus too much on colors, you can fall into traps like your values not being very good. That's aside from flipping the canvas, doing the artist thing, keeping track of your values, keeping track of your tangents is also important. Values being like how dark a color is compared to the other, because values is what makes a picture readable. Like I'm using colors from Corbeau, but instead of doing Scolipede darker than him so that it's behind, I'm gonna make him a little bit kind of use a bit more of the brighter ones so that Corbeau becomes the main kind of silhouette in his dark values. Because there are multiple ways to build a scene composition wise. To frame a character, it doesn't always have to be the same way, and you can definitely use instead of doing the usual that's not the right one, this one. Instead of doing the usual bright background with kind of mid value foreground and kind of darker character, you can switch it up. Obvious nighttime thing, the obvious opposite would just kind of be to do this kind of deal. But you can also switch it up between these as well. You could do like could be white background and then have a bit of like a cityscape, false cityscape background with black foreground and white character to make it all readable. Yeah, working in grayscale really helps out the value work. It makes the drawings a lot more readable and easier. I think the kind of the strongest way to the strongest iteration of working this way is if you just use colors from the get-go. Like if you get so good at figuring out the values of the colors that you can just go in with colors. I could paint with colors from the get-go, but I feel like this I would need to think a lot more and be more present when I do. So it's not suitable for streaming because on streaming my attention is divided quite a lot. It jumps back and forth. It goes to the picture, it goes to the reference, goes to the chat, what I'm talking about. So it's not necessarily suitable for it. But at times you might have seen me, if you've seen some of the other art streams that I've done, that sometimes I will just blend like merge things earlier with color and then still keep painting. Like the wallpaper that I did for my voice pack that is out today. This one got color way earlier, so this one was actually kind of rendered mostly in color because of things like how dark are things going to be with the highlight in the back and stuff, things like that, especially these tones, because you can barely tell it, but there is a brighter tone on his cheek here, for instance, here as well. So that kind of balance, you kind of need to have the right kind of highlighting on it. Not to mention making this kind of silky morning robe look shimmery and silky as well. I kind of have to translate the material thickness to it. The most eye-opening thing was when I learned how much line weight changes. Yeah, line weight is important. The rendering of the silk fabric is really good. Thank you. More satiny. I guess so. That's very true. A bit more like silky satiny, more so than silk. Yeah. Satin is a good one. That's true. Satin silk. That's the one. Not to mention the background. Yeah, I've been working that on the background, like in the background while doing the other stuff too. But it's done now. You can enjoy it. You can enjoy it. If you want to study techniques of that wallpaper, you can look at how the light bounces around the room as well. But yeah, anyway, let's round up. And I'll get back to Corbeau and finish that one later. So we have from the sketch, we have the bubbles that I would like there. We have the is gem glowing with the effect. That is gonna come back. I might just get rid of the violet and then just kind of, you know what, I'm gonna hide the violet. No, now that it's there, it's gonna mess with the it stays, I think. But this one's gonna have a lot more going on with it. Violet needs to stay because of the pattern here, so that's fine. We'll use these two colors. Good. Where's the emblem? The points and emblem is gone. Did I delete it? Uh-oh. It's gone. You know what? I'm gonna save a new picture so I don't lose it. I already saved over it. No. Okay, fine. I'll do it again. I will do it again. I did it once. I can do it again. But yeah, it's looking nice. Happy with the pose. Let's go back to the study. That's what you get when you use layers for once. Yeah, layers are nothing but trouble. Hutsu, everybody, Hutsu. I say Hutsu instead of Otsu, which is a Japanese way of saying job well done, thank you for your hard work. It goes for me for having drawn Corbeau and entertaining you guys and talking and keeping up with everything and ending stream on time. And it goes for you guys for hanging out with me, for being just ever so such lovely company, and for helping me also adding to the great feeling of getting a digital merch out that I'm working on. Thank you for picking my suggestions. Thank you for making it. Yeah, there was a lot of them that I was considering, and then I saw the Turbo smug face. I don't even know if it was smug face, but yeah, like I was okay. Yeah, good. That suits it just fine. So I've been in a Pokemon mood as well lately. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna be picking Pokemon characters going ahead. Like I said, the characters are picked on different vibes every time. There was a smug face. I kind of expected it. Yeah. So there's merch out. If you missed it, I showed it before. It's a white day. You can get a free phone wallpaper of me in my white day suit from the cover, the group cover that was done in Globy while I was still in Globy last year. The group cover that got published on White Day. I'll give you the link if you would like. Let's see, it should be on the Globy channel. Cheery mode. Okay. I somehow felt like maybe it's just because of Corbeau himself. That just makes me like, yeah, smug face. Globy. You have if you would like me to sing for you this white day, here is the Fall in Love cover. I will I think I will post it as well, as I should be able to link to this one, or I'm not sure if I can only link to my own videos, but I'm pretty sure I can. So I will post it for everybody as well to catch it, and then also promote the new voice pack. So this is a free wallpaper you can get from the merch store. It is pinned in chat right now. Merch. That one you can grab, put on your phone, and otherwise.
Vil has merch now. Check out the newest voice pack on the Alchemist store.
Alchemist store. And this is the new merch, the Hoot Morning voice pack. Not specifically White Day coded, but it's a White Day treat for you guys. It's 5.95 euros on my Vegan store. Link is in chat right now, also pinned in chat. And yeah, you get a wider and taller picture of the picture you see for the for your phone or tablet. It's pretty high resolution as well, so even if you do have it vertical, it should still work okay. And it has 3 tracks, which essentially don't have a lot of ambient sounds. I opted out to not have it into that in today because they are meant as a kind of wake up, little gentle wake up signals for you to maybe have instead of your alarm. So I feel like if I have too many ambient sounds, that might sound a bit too intrusive or annoying. I don't want you to associate my voice as something annoying, which is very easy to do if you have it as your alarm. So it's just my voice, basically. A soft awakening, a little hurried but still gentle awakening. Like, you know, you don't want to miss your bus or you don't want to miss your thing. Come on, let's get going, you know. Come on, you can do it. You'll have to buy it to hear it. And of course, there's one that is, if you are fueled by spite, then that is the one for you, because evil also has one. And that is the diss track. Don't expect any kind awakening. 5 more minutes. That's the first one. That's the first one. Which you essentially can end up with 5 more minutes. I would, if you sleep through the second one, I would like to hear it. Because that one might be fueled by something else. Yeah. So, okay. So you can get this, you can buy the voice pack and download it with the wallpaper from the digital merch store that is on my Vegan store as well. We finally got merch. Yeah, thank you for today, everybody. I'm gonna thank I want to listen. I'll wrap up so you can listen. I'll wrap up so you can listen. Kinda want to make a thread to anyone to just talk about it, because usually whenever there's something that is behind a paywall, I cannot really ask what people thought of it. So I might just do one, and if people read and get curious, maybe they'll go buy it too. Anyway, and to thank my sugar plumies, which are, you know, members of the channel but are in a higher tier, cost a little bit more, but they help me out a lot with the mansion upkeep and mansion bills, and to keep me also help me do what I do, keep doing these things, and keep doing what I love, doing the content for you guys, doing the art challenges, drawing, and everything. So thanks, everybody. Let me give you all a nice little thank you. Joyous, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Citrina Shutterbug, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Mary Mage, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Natsu, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. CL Silverfang, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Milova, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Burp Kai, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Micah, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Nico, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. And Steffi, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Lapis, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Moiru. Everyone that was here that, I don't know, for the first time, or, you know, have been here before. Everyone is welcome back anytime. VOD Gang too, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All your support is greatly appreciated, and I'm really grateful. Yeah, for now, I will be putting up the schedule a bit later, but yeah, I look forward to it. There'll be some artsy taxi and stuff, and I'll finish my Pokemon challenge entry next week as well. So look forward to it. I'll see you soon. I see you soon, everybody.
Say the thing, Vil.
Oh, okay. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Yeah, there you go. Stay lovely, everybody. See you again real soon. But for now, doo-doo-y. I don't think there's anyone that available to raid. We'll have a look. It'll be a surprise. Bye for now. Bye bye. Doo-doo-y.